All right. Hello, everyone. Today, I want to talk about my project. It's called Tank War, a 2D AI confrontation game. Here is the agenda. Agenda is mainly including team member roles and responsibility, problem statement, project description, teamwork and agreement, personas, MVP, technical tools, algorithms, diagrams, a product backlog, sprint one backlog, test cases, matrix, retrospective, sprint two, and MVP project demo with GitHub link. First, let me introduce myself. Actually, there's only one person in this team, and that's me, Shiju. And in this team, and in this project, sorry, I need to define the product vision and strategy, create a product roadmap, also organize product backlog, write and test codes, collect users' feedback, measure product succeed. In this project, I mainly focus on the problem of simple playability and even quality and interoperability of traditional 2D battle games. It is difficult for players to obtain satisfactory game experiences. And the project description is for the players who enjoy intense combat and customized gameplay. The Tank War is a 2D AI battle games. It should be designed for web app, and Tank War introduce machine learning techniques to enhance gameplay and strategy. And actually, it's for the AI enemies. Unlike the traditional 2D battle games, our application offers a unique experience to players by allowing them to pick up in-games items, change their custom look, fight with the AI opponents, and develop different strategies against different levels. And the benefit mainly focus on 3 points: enhance gameplay experiences, customize their gameplay, actually is for their tank, and improve player satisfaction. And here is the GitHub link. And also it will also show at the end of the presentation. Here is the team working agreement. Actually, it's quite weird to do this in a only one person team, but it's the formats. Mainly focus on the 6 points: communication, goals and objectives, time management, accountability, professionalism, and confidence. Here and next, we will talk about the personas. Persona 1 is called Gary Carlos. It's a 22 years old college student who is extremely like playing games. He spent most of his free time to playing video games and loves games that offering a challenge and rewarding experiences. Gary is frustrated with games that are too easy or lack replayability. He's always looking for the new games that provides an engaging and immersive experiences. His goal is to find a game that he can play for hours on end and continue to enjoy. Persona 2 is called Ariana. Ariana is a 32 years old working professional who enjoys playing games in her downtime. She is quite busy and often finds herself with limited free time. And Mariana is frustrated with games that requires a lot of time commitment or are too complex to understand quickly. And our project, Tank War, is quite easy to play. So this will satisfy her requirement. Her goal is to find a game that she can pick up and play for short periods of time and still enjoy. She likes games that are easy to learn but still offer a challenge. Actually, is our project too. Persona 3 is called Cameron Newgreen. Cam is a 26-year-old gamer and game actor who loves playing competitive games. Maybe he will show his games on YouTube every day with live streams. Cam is frustrated with games that don't offer a fair playing field or are too easy to win. His goal is to find a game that he can complete in a high level and feel challenged by. He likes games that have a competitive screen and allow him to measure his skill against other players. And this is the MVP, minimal viable product. As you can see, this is the main tank of actually it's the player tank, and the different kinds of enemies like the blue one, black one, red one, and the game over screen. Actually, I'm spent too much time on coding by coding these two screens, so that's all the MVP product. And the technical tools I use is the Python language by using the PyCharm platform and communicate with other professors and my friends by using the by using the Discord. We also use Git and GitHub. Next is the diagrams. First, let's talk about the conceptual diagram. In this diagram, our game is comprised of several components, including a game object, window, canvas, player tanks, enemy tanks, player bullets, and enemy bullets. Each of these game objects contains various methods that are essential for game logic, such as creating player tanks, creating enemy bullets, and checking collisions, player bullets, enemy bullets, and etc. Both the player and enemy tanks share similar attributes such as position, direction, and speed. Yeah. They also have a move method that enables them to change their position on the game canvas. Similarity, the player and enemy bullets have comparable properties such as position, direction, and speed, as well as a move method to update their position. Oh, sorry. And also, as you can see from the diagram, the game object is responsible for managing all the other components, calling their methods to execute game logic. Additionally, there is a clear relationship between player tanks, enemy tanks, player bullets, enemy bullets that work together to create an immersive gameplay experience. And this sequence diagram shows the major actors and their interactions. When the player press the button, the player tank object updates its direction and stacks. Player tank objects and enemy tank objects are all then updated sorry, update with their precision and orientation on the game canvas. The enemy tank object creates new bullet objects and add them to the enemy bullet object list. Similarity player tanks objects create new bullet objects and add them to the player bullets object list. The bullet object checks its stacks and position and checks for collision with an enemy tank or player tank. The game canvas object update health, score, and stacks and display an end of game. Actually, it's game over screen when appropriate. Here is the use case diagram. In tank war game, the following use cases are possible. Like the start the game. The users can start the game by clicking the start game button. But actually, the game start button is not completed yet. But I will complete the game start screen in the next following sprint. And also control tank movement, exit the game, open fire, and shift the tank position. The use case diagram provides a high-level view of system functionality and user interaction, make it easier for users to understand the screen and its capabilities. It is an essential tool for designing and developing a successful game that meets user requirements and extractions. And finally, it's the class diagram. As you can see from diagram, the game window classes contains a canvas object which is used to display all the game objects. The canvas class in turn contains multiple tanks, bullets, and war objects which can be drawn and moved on the canvas. Actually, the war is not completed yet, the objects. And the tank classes contain multiple bullet objects that can be fired and move around the canvas. The bullet class is responsible for detecting movement and collisions. If the bullet collides with a wall or tank, it will produce an explosion and plays a sound. The menu class interacts with the game window and canvas classes and provide various options for starting and quitting the game. And this class diagram helps us to understand the various classes in our game and their relationship. So it's quite helpful. And here is the product backlog. It's about 20 user stories I need to complete, including the control tank, fire cannon, play mode, virus of maps, virus of mode, enemy allies, different enemy allies, I mean, and post bottom. Also, the when you fire a cannon to hit friendly or enemy forces, screenboard, multiple lives, etc. And here is my Spring 1 backlog. Spring 1 backlog, I finished the 9 users, I believe 9 user stories of all the 11. Actually, it's no time to let me finish the difficulty levels and the bullets that hit differently when players hit friendly or enemy forces. And here's the test cases, actually it's quite difficult to finish the fire button. Actually, it's a space bar on the keyboard. I tried 3 times, but only one, the final one is succeed. Here is the matrix. The team velocity in this sprint is, I believe, is pretty high. I plan for the 11 user story and I complete 9 of it. And here's the burn down chat. But I spent too much time on coding, but I cannot finish it on time. And here's the committed complete ratio is about 81%, 82%. So I believe it's pretty high, but actually I finished several user story in the last 2 weeks. So that's not good. And the retrospective is right here. What went well is about 81% of planet tasks completed. Roadmap for this sprint was created and executed successfully. Minimal variable product was successfully created, as shown before in this presentation. What can be improved? The commitment to completing all the planned tasks needs to be increased, as the 19% of the tasks that were not completed may have caused delays in future sprints. Yes, I have to carry the rest of the 2 user story to sprint 2 and finish them. We need to improve our time management skills, as some tasks took longer than expected, which may have impact other tasks in the sprint. Yes, and that's what I learned from in the sprint 1. Better planning is needed, such as breaking down tasks into smaller, more manageable parts and estimating more accurate how long each task will take. Yes, I think I need to spend some time to optimize the rest of the user story Excel in the Excel and put time on it. Next step, as I said before, spend some time planning sprint 2's roadmap, finish tasks left in sprint 1, complete all the tasks of sprint 2, and optimize the project UI, such like design the game start bottom and the main screen and the exit bottom, something like that. And here's the sprint 2 backlog. Actually, this is all the rest of the user story I need to finish. MVP project demo is, as I showed before, actually you can see this is 2 screenshot. Two screenshot of the app. Actually, I only finished these 2, but it can still run successfully. And this is the GitHub link and Live application demo. You can saw it or check it on the YouTube link. And thanks for the listening.